Howdy gamers, Old Gamer Guy here. Welcome to another Endzone, a world apart video. We are making our way through the individual tutorials. There is one long, all-encompassing tutorial, but I'm doing these short, self-contained ones instead for these videos. We did the food and water tutorials in previous videos, and in this video we're going to do the confidence tutorial. Confidence, the overall confidence of your colony will be seen at the top center of the screen, and I'll show you that here in a second. But this guy talking, and I assume all of the faces that pop up at the bottom of the screen, I think they all have voiceovers, but I have the voiceover volume turned down just to make the video go a little faster. So you can look at the overall confidence of your colony up there in the center top of the screen, but you can also click on an individual with X, and you can see what positive effects and negative effects are working on them. As you would expect, there are a number of factors that add up to the individual's confidence. The availability of food and water and shelter and things like that, but also the attractiveness of the surroundings. But these people are mad because they don't have a place to live right now. So we're going to build a few cabins. We need to build 10 cabins. But this footage is me playing the game very early in the morning before I had my coffee, so I saw that instruction to build 10 cabins, and I interpreted that as one cabin. It didn't take me long to figure it out, but it did take me a minute here. And then, of course, me being me, I immediately start to overthink. And I imagine that the people wouldn't want to be in cramped quarters, too close together. So I thought I'll spread these things out. And I even considered building a cabin in a cultivated field over there because I didn't realize it was a cultivated field. So yeah, still drinking my coffee at this point. When I speed the video up, this is what it will look like. I increased the saturation, but yeah, just to let you know, if the saturation changes like that, then that is me speeding the video up. That's not the game running faster. So anyway, we have a few cabins here, and their contentedness up there at the top of the screen, their confidence already went up into the green. It was gray when we first started this, but now it's green. So they're already happier. And that's good. But now they would like a campfire so they can gather around the campfire and sing a few songs, tell a few jokes, do some impressions, make out, gossip about the neighbors. We had an apocalypse, but we're still human beings, so I'm sure we'll be drinking whatever beer is available and roasting whatever marshmallows and possibly cooking some hot dogs. That's what I'd be doing in the post-apocalypse anyway. So now our citizens will visit the campfire, but also the dwellings near the campfire will be perceived as being a better place to live. So at the bottom of the screen, you have the controls for the time, how fast time runs, and you can pause the game. But if you hit L1 and R1, you can switch back and forth between that and the map controls. So if we switch over to the map, we can look at various types of information, and this is the attractiveness heat map. So it looks like our dwellings are quite desirable now that they have a nice campfire in the area. So that's good. Maybe our people will complain just a little bit less, and they'll be a little bit happier. But you can look at things like radiation levels in the soil. You can look to see the moisture level in the soil, electricity coverage, things like that. But our citizens are now wanting some kind of decoration. They want some amount of decoration in our camp. So we're going to build a scrap totem over here. And maybe we can have like rituals around this and sacrifice goats and things like that. Probably not. I'm just imagining things in a possible DLC. So we're adding a totem over there. Let's put a flag over here, and let's get some flower beds here next to the flag. We need our people to have some amount of pride in their new settlement. So we'll get to work on that. And that will take a little bit of time to get done. But I'm still going to need to build, it looks like, one more thing. I've built 4 of 5 decorations that they want me to build, so we don't have too many that are available to us, but let's go ahead and put a nice hedge in over here. Kind of separate the campfire area. Put one here. We only really need one, but I'll go ahead and put a couple more here. And then we'll wait for that to be finished. Doesn't take too long. So now our citizens are fairly content. You can see if you watch that contentedness bar up there, they call it a confidence tutorial, and then they start referring to that as their contentedness up there at the top. So maybe it should be the contentedness tutorial. But yeah, you can, if you watch it, you'll see it fluctuate here and there, but they're staying in the green. So that's pretty good. But now they want us to build a forum, a place where people can present ideas. Actually, more like requests than ideas. There's going to be a bulletin board where tasks can be posted that you can do that will, I guess, increase their confidence and their contentedness. So this takes a little while to build. And there we go. So now we need to choose the forum to be able to see the bulletin board. There's the bulletin board, and it says to view the quest. And now he says they want us to build a pub. But like I said earlier, I'm playing very early in the morning without a whole lot of coffee in my brain. So I almost immediately forgot that they wanted a pub. And so I'm looking down there at the bottom right corner, looking at the objectives, and it says that they will post something to the bulletin board. So when I click on it, it says there are no requests. But I know that I just saw something. I know something happened. But I don't really remember what it is already. And so I thought that a citizen would eventually, if I let time pass, that a citizen would eventually, come up to the forum and post something to the bulletin board. So I spent 4 seasons, which I guess would translate to a year, just watching the forum like this before I realized that I could press L2 to bring up this menu like I've been doing for construction. But if I press L2 again, I can bring up a second menu. And that second menu is where the tasks are. So if we click on that, we get this screen. And it says, view this quest. So when I finally click on that, there we go. Now we can see once again that it is a pub that they want. So yeah, just like in the video for food, I'm not really sure whether I just misinterpreted that or whether the game didn't do a good job of telling me what to do. I'm kind of inclined to blame myself. But never mind that. We have a pub. We can get beer in the post-apocalypse now. That is huge. That is a game changer. Like I said, humans are humans. And if it's not alcohol, we want some way to escape reality. So these people want some beer, apparently, or possibly some Cosmos. But they want a pub. And I am aspiring to be a politically savvy colony administrator. So I'm going to give them their pub. And there it is. It actually looks pretty nice. I think I would hang out there in real life right now. But yeah, that was the result of just kind of a casual request in the forum. Somebody saying, hey, wouldn't it be great if we had a pub? So all's well that ends well with that thing, but there can also be very serious business conducted in the forum, because this is where you can issue decrees. And for the tutorial, they want us to issue a decree to ration food and ration water, which of course won't make our population particularly happy. But you can also do things like banishing children and banishing the elderly, banning loitering in public. So things can get fairly dark. You can issue a decree for mandatory birth control. So yeah, they're not really happy with us now because we have rationed food and rationed water. So the contentedness meter up there at the top center of the screen is now back down into the gray. So that's unfortunate. We'll have to do some things. Well, if this was a real game, I would have to do some things to make them happier again. But this is not a real game. It's just a tutorial. And actually, we have reached the end of this tutorial. So hopefully you're enjoying these videos. They're kind of meant to just give you basic knowledge about the game to see if you might want to check it out yourself. Next, we will be moving on to the radiation tutorial, but for now, as always, thanks very much for watching.